As I explained before, I'm not familiar with this particular product because the mushroom blocks that I've always purchased before were from Paul Stament's company, and I've always fostered those well past when they were supposed to produce, and I will show that to you in later videos once I get this done. But I was very excited to find this at a local home improvement store because all mycelium, as long as it's the same variety of mushroom, will be the same. It's just the way they say to do it is a little bit differently than the way I've always done it before, and it's a much smaller block, so it's going to produce less mushrooms than I'm used to, but it was inexpensive. It's the mycelium, which is what I need, and it's going to take me 6 months to a year to get this to the level I want to get it to, which will be all of the oyster mushrooms that we can ever eat. Now, this will produce in a week and a half to 2 weeks if I take care of it properly. Once it has flushed and spent and flushed and spent, and it's to the point where it's not going to produce any more flushes, then I will be breaking it apart, and I will show you what I do with that. You won't believe how easy that is. But so here we go. Now the directions on this particular box say that we just pull up this panel right here on the back, and there we've got our mushroom block. Now this one does not have any holes in it or anything, so at this point what we're going to do is we're going to cut a slit for the oyster mushrooms to grow through. So I'm just going to cut that. So I've cut across in it, and I've peeled back the plastic a little bit, and I'm just going to take my knife and rough up that center right there. Excuse the background noise, that's Duke. He's the pit bull that thinks he's a chihuahua. Anyways, at this point we're going to take it out of the box and we're going to put it in filtered water. Here we go with the block out of the box. We're going to put this cut side down into the water. This water is filtered. We do not want any chlorine. Chlorine will retard the growth of the mushrooms, and that we do not want. So we're going to let it sit here. We're going to soak it for about 12 hours, and then we're going to take it out and put it back in the box. Okay, so it's been 5 days since I started my mushroom block, and I really did not like the directions that they gave for this particular one, so I modified it to more match the ones that I've grown in the past. So I created my own humidity tent. I took it out of the box. That was awful. And I wanted to show you what it looks like where the mycelium is growing. This is the fruiting body. It doesn't look like much right now. It just looks like a couple of lumps coming out of the plastic. But that is what the mushrooms are. And it's looking really, really good. There's 2 big bumps that's going to put off quite a few mushrooms. So I will show you that in a couple more days. It's been just about 24 hours since I last showed you the little bumps that were coming up. Now you can see all of the little mushrooms forming. If I had to estimate, there's probably about 100 of them. They won't all develop fully, but this is a really, really nice active mycelium. So I will update you in another 24 hours. Here we are another 24 hours later. These mushrooms are mature. You can see the caps have gone up, and there's the gills. They are very small. This is a very small block. I followed the instructions for this particular kit the way they said to do it, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these all off, and I'm going to start again. I'm going to dry it out. I'm going to water it after it's been dried for a week, and we're going to start over again, and I'm going to do it the way I know how to do it, and I will show you what that looks like when that's done. I should have a harvest of much larger mushrooms. See you next time.